Oh. Celestia, how do you do, buckaroos? How the heck are you? Taking a little bit for my internet to kick on. I was starting to wonder if something was wrong. Anyways, how the heck are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Here we are. This is my first video on this St. Patrick's Day. And I wanted to finish off the Redbreast set that I started yesterday. I've got, maybe just a little bit less than half in each bottle. I'm going to start with the 12. We're going to finish it up. Started the day off with a little Irish coffee, but I used my 2 stacks for that. With my corned beef hash, we'll have to have corned beef hash. I cooked my corned beef yesterday specifically so I could start St. Patrick's Day with some homemade corned beef hash. Redbreast, single pot still Irish whiskey, aged 12 years, matured in the finest oak cask, as the bottle says. Read this thing here. It gives you a little bit more detail. Comprised exclusively of pot still whiskeys, which have been triple distilled and matured in the finest oak cask for no less than 12 years. Redbreast 12 is complex, balanced, and full bodied. So there we go. Using my little glasses. My wife found these at a thrift store a while back. We just can't remember which one. Anyways. Now the nose on this is incredible. Oh, this is a nice whiskey. So I had a nice pre-St. Patrick's Day yesterday, although I was calling it St. Patrick's Day because it should have been St. Patrick's Day. We're just stretching it out all weekend. I do after work tomorrow, so I won't go crazy today, but I'm going to do a few things throughout the day. And I don't want to go into work till 3:30, so that's nice. Not having to get up at 5:30 in the morning anymore. That's really nice, man. A whole lot less stress too. Anyway, picking up some orange on the nose. I don't remember picking up yesterday. The marmalade-like note. Ah, that's delicious, man. Man, that's good whiskey. Yeah, I started with some homemade corned beef hash. Top it with an over medium egg, how I like to eat it. But my wife made some beer bread using a local Irish style ale from Banter, their Marrow's Cap Irish style ale. And boy, that made some great beer bread. So I had some Irish butter that I just kind of grilled it on there. So, oh man, boy, I just soaked up that butter. Man, that bread was delicious. Boy, that red made a really nice bread, so it really did. Boy, that's some good stuff. Sliced a lot off my corned beef that I had left, enough to make at least one really big sandwich, maybe 2 smaller sandwiches. And I've only left a chunk about this big, but it turned out to make a lot of hash. So we've got the Reubens we can make later, but I also started some Irish chicken stew. Typically I do make an Irish stew. Typically I don't use lamb. I don't like lamb, but I try to keep pretty faithful to the rest of the recipe, right? Using that same spice palette, and not what I would typically use to make a stew, right? But then I found I had this chicken breast I needed to use, so I was looking yesterday and I found actual Irish chicken stew recipes. So I decided to use that. The only thing I didn't have that I ran to the store to grab was it called for parsnip. And fresh thyme, so which makes sense, right? So I've added that. I used some. I kind of improvised on the potatoes though. Use some baby rainbow potatoes, some onion, carrots, and parsnips that we mentioned, and then I added mushrooms. I don't mushrooms weren't in the recipe. That was kind of my addition, my American addition, because we're using the chicken. I wanted to use something that would make the stock a little richer. Oh man, this stuff is delicious. A little bit sweet up front, but not overly so. About what you'd expect from most Irish whiskeys. And you feel that nice toasted white oak in the finish, along with some spice notes. Ah, it's absolutely delicious, man. If you're not sure, no, I'm not really in this nice little Irish pub behind me. Thought I'd make a nice festive background for today. Well, for this video anyway, as we work through 3 Irish whiskeys. So the number 2 is, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right or not, Lustow. Anyway, the Redbreast single pot still Irish whiskey. This one is at 92 proof. Born of a unique collaboration between the Bodegas Lustow and the Middleton Distillery, Redbreast Lustow Edition represents the ultimate sherried style of Redbreast for an even fuller, richer taste experience. So let's pour the rest of that one in there. Decided these would be best drank neat. There we go. Let me show that to you. Now you see it's a little darker than the 12. I imagine that's those sherry notes. And the nose really is much richer. I expect it to be more full bodied because it is at 92 proof, so it's going to be a little more there. But yeah, you do pick up some of those fruit notes on the nose. Oh yeah, that is really something. It's a little sweeter than the 12, in my opinion. But along with your usual suspects, right? The caramel or toffee, depending how you feel it, the vanilla, the oak, the spice, etc. Those fruit notes brought on by that sherry barrel really does something here. Maybe it's my taste buds today. I am feeling that orange again that I felt with the first one. Also feeling some dark cherries, some overripe plum. Man, that is good. That's just delicious, man. I hope everybody's having a nice St. Patrick's Day. As always, if you're watching, I appreciate you tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, please put it up on the screen. I will answer almost everything. I respond to just about everybody, unless you're being a colossal douche that I won't give you a platform. Wife and I had the opportunity to get out yesterday, but neither one of us felt like because we had planned to, and then I ended up having to go into work for a couple hours, and wasn't late, but it was just late enough to where I really didn't want to go anywhere from there. I just wanted to get my stuff done at that point. So I knew if I didn't, I felt like I'd be behind if I didn't get my corned beef cooked yesterday. So I didn't really have to cook anything today, to be honest with you, but I had that chicken breast that needed to be used, and I really wanted to get it cooked. And again, I'm braising that, so I mean, it didn't, all I did do was put nice sear on a chicken breast, and then get the veg in and everything. And right now, that's all just getting happy. So I'm just gonna leave that alone now till it's done. Our breakfast was very filling, so I don't know when either of us are going to want to eat again. But it's not that hard to assemble a Reuben, right? We got everything, just making the stuff. I do make my own sauce, so I'll take a little bit just to put all that together. But it's only a couple minutes. It'll take longer to find the stuff I need than to actually put the sauce together. So. And I'll grill it. My wife really likes baby Swiss, so I did pick up some baby Swiss for her. But then I also found the Kerrygold Swiss, which I love. So probably going to put that one on mine. And she can have that one too if she wants, but she really likes the baby. That's why I picked it up. And we can use it for other applications too. I like my cheese a lot stronger than she does. Y'all know those big, strong cheeses. As did our son Seamus. Funny thing is, the grandson Ben really likes his cheese too. And my daughter doesn't really love those strong cheeses. So, anyway, so the last but certainly not least, but that one went down easy. That one, I must have less talking and more drinking. Wow, that one was really tasty. Anyway, bring it back, Tom. Redbreast, single pot still, Irish whiskey, aged 15 years. This one comes in at 92 as well. I'm going to pour it, use the rest of that one. Here I get it all at 3 bottles set. All right, one more. Comprised exclusively of pot still whiskeys, which have been triple distilled and matured in the finest oak casks for no less than 15 years. Redbreast 15 is round, aromatic, and sophisticated. So there you go. Oh, wow. The nose on that is just gorgeous. 15 years old. Yeah, it is. This is gorgeous, man. A little sweet up front, almost a toffee-like note. Feels like I almost get a hint of amaretto in there. Ah, I've held on to these for a few months. I think it was October because I think it was right at the beginning of October because I think it was right after our anniversary when we were able to get out to Kansas City for the second time this year. When I found this we were headed to another liquor store, but we went to a different part of KC for some reason. I can't remember why now, but anyway, and then my wife had noticed another liquor store in our path called Gomer's, so we decided to stop. And quite frankly, they had everything I was looking for. Well, didn't necessarily have everything I was looking for, but they had things that I didn't know I was looking for. Anyway, nevertheless, I bought enough stuff there that I didn't go to the other liquor store I was planning on getting, because this is one of the things that I wasn't planning on getting that I found was this 3-bottle Redbreast set. That the customer service was rather outstanding there, to be honest with you. Everything about that place was good. Uh, Man, that's delicious. And I'm noticing a note that I wasn't picking up on the others. I mentioned some stone fruit earlier. I mentioned some overripe plum, but here I feel like I'm picking up some apricot like notes. This whiskey feels very decadent, man. It really does. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Oh man. Anyway, but it took a lot of restraint to save this for now because I thought about okay, it got to be a Thanksgiving, so okay, now maybe no, and I got it out of my mind. And I finally took it and I put it away. I put it away so well that I forgot where I put it until my wife reminded me where she'd seen it. So this, oh yeah, I forgot I put it there. So then I hit it again. I kept moving it around until I wanted to save it for St. Patrick's Day, but man, every time I saw it, oh man, that would be a good time. I've hung on to this for about 5 months. That's some willpower, man. That's some serious willpower. Well, it's not like I didn't have other stuff to drink. Don't get me wrong, but not popping this open was difficult. Anyways, I digress. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all. I'll be back after a while. So my main St. Patrick's Day video, or the feature video, if you will be at 5 o'clock Central Time with the one and only John the Brew Guru. Brewguru.com is arguably the best written beer reviews on the planet. Nobody's doing it better than this guy. Nobody does it with the same style that John does. Let me say that. So the two of us are going to have a few beers, and who else? Who knows what else might happen? So anyway, if you can join us at 5 o'clock Central Time. He's on he's Eastern time, so we've got to coordinate. Anyway, but for this video, I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer. So I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, whiskey evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker. There was a man all around. Good God. Sláinte. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.